tribe were indigenous people who inhabited the northeastern part of the archipelago of Tierra del Fuego for thousands of years before the Europeans have arrived. They were nomads. They were known as foot people. They did all their hunting on land, so pretty much they didn't do any fishing or things like that. Their language was believed to be part of the ONA family. It is considered extinct as of the last person who spoke this language died in the 1980s. They were known as the least civilized race on Earth, so it was thought that they were cannibals. Some individuals were taken to Europe and exhibited in cages, while others were taught English and introduced to British royalty and high society. So now we're going to get into their number system. Their number system was a base 5, and their numbers were not represented by symbols, but they were represented by fingers. So I'm just going to go through of how the first 5 are pronounced. So 1 is pronounced sos, 2 is pronounced soki, 3 is pronounced soki, 4 is pronounced konisoki, and 5 is pronounced kismeri. And then when it comes to 10 and 20, they are represented by hands. So 10 is represented by one man with 2 hands, and that is pronounced koni chien win. And 20 is represented by 2 men with 2 hands, and that is pronounced shok chun kechin win. So there are 2 rules that you have to remember when dealing with this number system. The first rule is that no matter if you're doing addition or multiplication, the smallest number always goes first, no matter what. And when you're dealing with multiplication, you have to say the word ki between the 2 numbers, and that's how you differentiate addition from multiplication with this number system. So I'm going to go through a few examples with you just to explain a little bit more about their number system. So we're going to start off with a small number. We're going to start off with 6. So I have the addition and the multiplication form of how you would find this number. So you would start off by doing 1 plus 5 because that's putting the smallest number first, or if you were doing 3 plus 3, it would be the same. You would just have 3 plus 3, it wouldn't matter. And so you would pronounce this sos kismeri, and that means 6. However, if you're doing it the multiplication way, you would put the 2 in front of the 3 because it's smaller, and you would pronounce it sauki. So you have to just remember to put that ki in the middle of the 2 numbers. And so next we have 12. And so addition, if you did the same numbers, it would be 4 plus 4 plus 4. So you would do konisoki, 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 and that just means 12. And if you're doing it in multiplication, you would make sure to put the 3 first because it's smaller. So you do 3 times 4, and you would pronounce it sauki ki konisoki. And so now, getting into the bigger numbers, we're going to start off with 33. And you do the multiplication first, so you do 3 times 10 plus 3. So you would pronounce it sauki ki koni chien win sauki. And you're able to see that the multiplication is first because you have the word ki between the first 3 and 10, and you know that you're not multiplying it again because there's no ki between the 10 and the second 3. And lastly, we have number 43, which is 4 times 10 plus 4, and so it's the same concept, koni soki ki, koni chien win, koni soki. So you're just knowing that you're multiplying first because there's the ki between the first 4 and the 10. So lastly, I just wanted to add one 3-digit example. So I picked number 103, and we would of course use multiplication and then addition. So we would start out by multiplying 10 and 10 together and then just adding 3. So to pronounce this, you would go koni chien win ki, koni chien win sauki. The ONA tribe was definitely very interesting to learn about. However, I do not think it would be a tribe I would ever want to be a part of, just because of how uncivilized they were and the types of lives that they led.